What up, guys? Alchemist here. I got something nice for you. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I am having a ball right now with Warlock. I know y'all strongest builds won't be out till like October 7th, but like I have fun with my stag build I made for you guys. I have fun playing with the secret filament build. I'm having fun with goddamn the blood magic build, even the icebreaker build or Vergus curve, whatever weapon you use with the stasis energy. But I really love using icebreaker in this build. It's just so fun. And now this like my Grim Reaper build, I am in love with this build right here. The synergy just so good, and I just love Monte Carlo now this season. But the synergy is just so great on this build. It's insane. So the exotic we're using today is Felwinter Helm. They buffed it up this season where power melee hits weaken targets. So now no longer you have to get a kill. A regular melee weaken targets 15%. So it's like you throwing a smoke with a hunter. It's amazing PvE. Okay. Then it said power melee final blows create a burst of energy that weakens nearby targets. What it doesn't tell you is the weakening explosion disorients enemies. It makes them blind. And it's just like grenade launchers. You shoot the disorient grenade launchers. And I've been preaching this for the longest, how broken disorient grenade launchers are in this game. When you blind somebody, the enemy stay blinded so long. But if I kill this enemy right here with a melee, power melee, right? If I kill this enemy right here for power melee, it's gonna do an explosion, and then this enemy right here gonna be blinded. As you can see, he blinded, and all the other people blinded too. It's a big radius. It's not for a long time, but it's long enough for you to kill them. Okay, so and then of course the higher rank they are, the better, the bigger the explosion is, right? As it says right here, it says finishers and final blows against more powerful targets increase the radius of the burst and the length of the weakening effect. And then the second part right here, well, the second part right here, the enemies that get hit by the explosion burst of weaken, that's a 30% debuff, not a 15% like the power melee. So you just do dumb damage to these enemies when you do your melee attack on them after you get one kill on an enemy with the explosion. So with the new stat system where you can get your melee up to 30% extra damage, then you start seeing how insane this build really is with the new Edge of Fate armor system. And that's the only stat you need in this build. 200 melee. That's the only thing. Everything else is just up to you on what you want to build into. The weapon we're using is Monte Carlo. As y'all know, Monte Carlo, when you use a melee, you can shoot this weapon to get your melee back. Every tick damage you do is like 2% extra melee with every shot. But then there's a chance on melee kills, you get like a fixed percent back, like 50%. RNG, you can get a chance of getting your full melee back with this weapon as well. But then if you got this, if you do the bayonet melee hit with Monte Carlo, you get 50% of your melee back guaranteed. So what you would do with this build is you will purposely use your lightning surges, right? You'll use your light surges up, and since it's a melee, you know you got Markov's chain. Stab an enemy, you'll get 50% of your back. Markov's chain again, stab another enemy, 50% back. Markov's chain again, stab another enemy, and then you still got it. Stab another enemy, and you just keep doing that over and over again to get your melee back. And the bayonet form of Monte Carlo is super strong and works with your melee stat. So this build is very devious. It's very devious. Your special weapon and heavy weapon can be whatever you want it to be. Whatever it's dealing with champions, whatever, doesn't matter. Put your favorite weapon on. It does not matter. In the artifact, the only thing you really need in this build for some type of synergy, in the second column, get Light Forge Lead, and make it that kinetic weapons gain increased ammo generation and collect the ore power, increase the benefits of this for a short time. I can't tell you the amount, but yeah, it'll help you get your special and heavy ammo back while you get kills with Monte Carlo. Frost Renewal, we rocking Frost armor in this build, so this will help us if we close near enemies and we getting red health, it'll do a freeze burst around us, freeze them enemies, we get some frost armor, and then we can melee those people doing shatter, and of course melee damage do bonus damage to enemies that are frozen, so help with the build. You want refresh threads on and elemental coalescence, so that when you're getting kills, we're getting stasis shards in this build. Stasis shards give you melee energy, so that helps us get our melee back even more uptime. We got on that fresh bullet smell. Picking up an ammo brick gives your kinetic weapons increased damage for a short duration. I can't tell you how much because the shooting range don't tell you, don't let you drop bricks in here, ammo bricks. So I couldn't tell you. I will assume it's like at least 25%. I would assume, but let me guys know in the comment section down below. Let me know if you do know the damage percentage on this perk right here. I would love to know, because microcosm is, you know, kinetic, so you know we can make a build using microcosm all day. I would love to do it, you know what I'm saying? And then last thing you need is shield crush. That's all you need in this build. Everything else is free reign to you. Okay, subclass, we're rocking Winter's Wrath. 2 reasons: for the stasis shards to be made from the artifact, for some melee energy for our melee, because we most gonna be doing that, and 2, dark energy. If we don't get our darkness bar up quick enough, we use our super to get it filled out, and then we go transcendence to spam our melees again non-stop. We're rocking whatever, you can rock whatever class ability you want. Phoenix Dive, Empowering Rift, Healing Rift, all up to you. We got a lot of heal factor in this build and survivability, so you really ain't gonna be worried. This gives us frost armor because of Facet of Purpose. We got on Burst Glide, Arcane Needle, so we get 3 lightning surges, of course. We got on Cold Snap, so we can freeze somebody, then do lightning surge on them to do dumb damage to them, because again, when someone's frozen, you do increased melee damage to them. And there's also Dark Transcendence energy in this build. Since we're doing lightning surge all day, our light bar gonna be going up a lot, but we need to help that dark bar, so Cold Snap help us get that up as well. Of course, lightning surge in this build, targets that are hit by lightning strikes grant you stacks of bolt charges, which make you do even more damage, and you're jolting people with this. So you're gonna be doing jolt and weakening at the same time, just getting some great amount of damage. And any enemy that get hit by a bolt charge, they just dead. They just dead. And of course, we got Feed the Void in this build, so we get Devour proc, so we can keep spamming lightning surge without a care in the world, knowing that we got frost armor on and Feed the Void on for survivability, and it's help us get grenade energy to keep spamming our Cold Snap grenade. Fragments, we got Facet of Awakening, so that whenever we get rapid kills, which is 3, if you get rapid kills of light or darkness damage or super final blows, that generate elemental pickup. Since we're doing lightning surge, that's gonna give us an ionic trace. Ionic trace gives us ability energy for all our abilities. Very good, amazing pickup. So they help us with our uptime on our melee and grenade and our class ability. We got on Facet of Balance, we're rapidly killing, again, 3 kills. Rapidly defeating target with light damage, grant melee energy. We're doing lightning surge all day, so we're gonna get 10% melee energy every time we kill 3 enemies with lightning surge. And then if we do any darkness, then we get grenade energy. But we put this on for the light, okay? Devour giving us our grenade energy. We ain't really worried about that. We got Facet Protection on. We're running up on enemies, so that gives us a 15% damage reduction for survivability. Facet of Purpose for that frost armor, and then we got Facet of Sacrifice on. While you have an Arc, Solar, or Void buff, we always gonna have Devourer buff on, and we always gonna have Amplified on. Ability Final Blows grant Darkness Transcendence energy. We always gonna use an ability, aka Lightning Surge. So this help with our Dark Transcendence bar to help us get Transcendence back. We purposely want to get Transcendence as much as possible so we can spam Lightning Surge non-stop and to get our melee charges back if we run out. Monte Carlos to help us not only get both Transcendence bars up, but Monte Carlos there to help us in that down period if we don't have Transcendence yet, and we need our melee charges back. As I just demonstrated to you guys what you would do to help get your melee charges until you get that Transcendence to spamming all day. Because when you do have Transcendence, if I throw some like knights in here right now, and I'm gonna let them fight. If I just slide up and just keep doing this, right? I'm out of melee. Now go Transcendence. As long as I'm doing damage with the Transcendence with my abilities, the bar gonna keep going up, allowing us to spam it all day. And then, hurry and put them back in here. And then if I want to make sure I get my melee back quick in prismatic, then transcendent, then you'll throw your prismatic grenade so that I do take damage on enemies, and that's make your melee come back quicker, and you can spam it again. So as you can see, as long as you keep killing enemies, you're gonna be in this form for a very long time, spamming lightning surge all day, because that jolt is helping with the uptime and abilities coming back quicker, more and more and more. So you want to be able to get your transcendence bar as quick as possible, and this is a good example to show you how quick we can get it if we didn't have it filled up already. So if I just go in here, spam my grenade, spam my melee, right? You know, spamming this stab, right? And you can see we're having a struggle getting our darkness side up. So what I usually do is, when I see that we're struggling to get our dark side up, I throw a grenade, and a grenade frees somebody. That's some dark transcendence energy. But then I'm like, that's not enough. Sometimes I throw a unraveling melee in there and just say, hey, I just throw a threaded needle in there and say, hey, I need the dark transcendent energy. But the main thing I do is, by the time we have our light doing all that stuff, we'll have our special, our super. So our super will get our freaking darkness gauge up immediately. That's why we're rocking stasis super. So we get that dark transcendence bar up immediately, and then we'll go back to lightning surges and we pop transcendence. So that's why we got the stasis super on. You can run Nova Bomb with Void Overshield to go with Shield Crush, and Void Overshield is tankier and whatnot, but Frost Armor stay on longer. And again, we're using the Stasis Super to get that Dark Transcendence bar up, and it's really a loop. Lightning Surge, light bars maxed out already from you doing Lightning Surge. Pop your Super, get the Dark Transcendence bar, rinse, wash, and repeat. So if you got 200 melee, I would recommend getting 100 Super as your next thing, and just watch how crazy that loop goes non-stop for you. Mods, we got hands-on, because we're getting these melee kills, so this helps us get a super energy back. This is how I'm getting the stasis super back very quick. And then we got kinetic siphon on. Now you don't have to have kinetic siphon on. I'll be honest with you guys, if you don't have 100 super, you can put on super font to get that super up quicker, so that the build works more, the gameplay loop works better. We got on 3 heavy-handed. This is necessary. We doing lightning surge all day. You might as well make an orb every time you get a kill and get that frost armor and that orb. We got on melee damage resistance. This is important. We run up people, might as well get that 15% damage resistance as we running up with lightning surge. And then we got void resistance and solar resistance to make us tankier based on whatever activity you in. Lead people got better already on, so we pick up them orbs, start health regen. We may have Devour on, but we don't have nothing to help our health start regen on its own. So that's what better already does with the heavy-handed. So you can always stay alive easy. We got Vigoration on, so we pick up some orbs of power. We get melee energy, and then we got orbs of restoration that gives you your least charged ability bonus energy. This gives you way more benefits than put it on 2 invigorations. 2 stacks of invigoration give you less energy back compared to invigoration and orbs of restoration. Freaking your melee gonna most likely be the least charged ability non-stop. You spamming this all day, so this will help you get your melee back even quicker as well. We got on Reaper, so if you do use your Phoenix Dive or Rift or something, the next weapon key you get with Monte Carlo, you'll make an orb. And then we got Outreach on to give some melee energy whenever you use your class ability. And then we got Distribution on, so if you ever use your class ability near a group of enemies, which you can, again, you're gonna survive in this build. Very, very tanky survivability here. You get some ability energy back as well. If I would change anything, I would take off the kinetic siphon actually and put on the super font, because I don't have 100. But yeah, that's the build. That's the build. It's very busted. I had a ball using it, and just to showcase it one more time, I'm gonna just showcase it one more time to you guys. I'm gonna put the subjugators in here. I don't need my super or anything like that. I'm gonna put the subjugators in here. Just show you guys how deadly this build really is. Throw that. Yep. And then I'm gonna pop Transcendence. And I can just keep doing this non-stop. Throw that grenade. Yep, they all grouped up. Do it again. I'm slow right now, but it's all good. It's all good in the hood. Ain't nobody worried. Throw that grenade back there. And don't forget to finish your move. Always remember, you got your finisher move on you. That's one thing I always forget. You see they did it easily. That's one thing I always forget is the finisher move in this build. So actually, is one more thing I would recommend in this build. You do not need distribution on. Matter of fact, I would say put on the finisher thing that makes it that you tanky when you do a finisher move. What it's called? Right here, Proximity Ward. Put on Proximity Ward so when you do get some finisher moves in with Felwinter, you won't die. You get a whole overshield. You will be safe. Okay. And if you don't have any blue mods on, then by all means, you can put on one of these finisher, things. Whether you want to put on restorative finisher, special finisher, 1/2 finisher, which restores melee abilities, which you can't put on. You can put this on. I would say put that over Reaper, to be honest. 1/2 finisher. Boom. There you have it. There you have it. That's the full build, guys. Hope you guys love it. I have a ball with this build. It's amazing. And I highly recommend y'all use this build. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys as always. And until next time, stay up.